Yo, this episode was insane, man. This the scale of it, man. Black Tuesday. A minute ago, I just finished. 2 minutes probably. Black Tuesday, first episode of the fifth series of Peaky Blinders, and the 25th episode overall. Oh yeah, Tommy has two two children. Yeah, just insane, man. Yeah. Wait, no, this one. Tommy Shelby. Oh, three children. Oh yeah, two children. Yeah. I think the third one will come in later, probably. Charles Shelby with Grace. Rest in peace, Grace. Ruby Shelby. With Lizzie, yeah. So this is new season, season 5, episode 1. Shelby family have dispersed. Now Michael's living at Shelby Company in Detroit, while Aunt Polly is holed up with a pilot in Monte Carlo. Bruh. Families are quickly brought back together. Oh yeah, the news, the Wall Street crash, political careers going from strength to strength. House of Commons no longer before ghosts from Tommy's past threatened to undermine his position. Yeah, his political power is insane, man. The date of the episode is 1929. Arthur receives a letter from the Angels of Retribution, denying them the assurance that they have asked for an account that they never heard of Peaky Blinders. Tommy calls Finn, instructing Abrama and Isaiah. Despite Tommy warning Finn to stay out of the business, Finn accompanies Abrama and Isaiah. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Michael, yeah, in New York, America, Michael receives the unsettling call that Wall Street has crashed, sending him into craze. Calls Arthur, warns him. Oh shit. Polly orders that the pilot is sleeping. She's sleeping with takes her to Birmingham and not London. Michael instructs his new spouse, Gina, that they must leave immediately for England. While he wants off, she insists that she returns home with him to meet his family. Yeah, Michael is now new, married to Gina. Michael and Gina Gray. Michael Gray, the cousins of the Peaky Blinders. At the Angels of Retribution headquarters, Finn struggles with the idea of killing, while Abrama kills a pimp in the building, saying, "Now you've heard of us." Abrama heals Finn in Ada's house. Ada enters the room. Peaky Blinders. Where did Ada basically tells Finn that you have nothing to prove. I mean, it's kind of, you know, I mean, it would be better to leave Abrama, but it would be better to leave Abrama to deal with the business. But I mean, Finn, I mean, let Finn have his fun. I mean, she is worried about him technically. Tommy struggles with Charles, who assured that he had shot a horse, but does not understand that the horse was in pain and could not be treated by the vet. Tommy does. To arrives. Yeah, Charles knows that Tommy is a killer too. Arthur then arrives, showing where the horse was being buried. Tommy is angry. He would want Michael to know what happened, but Michael was advised to hold on to the prizes rebound. Yeah, Michael and Gina were like on cocaine in New York, but he was, yeah. Michael listened to his advisors. Tommy sends Lizzie to Birmingham, full meeting board of directors for the following day at noon. Tommy dreams from a small fire and begins to hallucinate visions of his former wife Grace. Yeah, this is the magical crazy shit that's gonna happen. This is the episode where basically Tommy has visions or like hallucinate about his wife. Board meeting, Arthur explains situation unfolding before them. Police suggest that they should perhaps wait for Tommy, with Linda stating that Arthur is now chairman of the board, therefore does not need to wait for Tommy. Large portion of Shelby Company. Oh yeah, Linda. Linda and Arthur, because last episode, Arthur does not want to leave. And then I guess Linda is mad because Linda wants Arthur to be normal. But she can't accept that yet. Arthur accepts that she's a monster, so he's gonna stay with the family. Well, monster with the family, I guess. But you know what I mean. So then, House of Commons. Oh yeah, when Tommy arrives, he reveals that a large portion shall be at the board meeting. Arthur explains the situation unfolding for them. However, yeah, Polly suggests that they should wait for Tommy, but then Linda says because that's her husband. Arthur is chairman of the board. Doesn't wait. Tommy arrives. There is hope, even though the Shelby Company funds invested in America. By Arthur, much to his wife dismay, who leaves the meeting at this point. Yeah, the wife wants Arthur to be more like more can I say more authoritative against Tommy because Tommy is the middle brother, I guess. Arthur should be more authoritative. Tommy and his family made their way to the garrison, and small boy noticed when they arrived. Yeah, the customers thanked Peaky Blinders. Free drink, inviting them to ignore what they have heard in the papers, and it begins the family meeting by presenting the bullet that got off Finn's arm, questioning what happened. Tommy shuts it down, saying that he told Finn to set up the business, which was sanctioned by the House of Lords and Scotland Yard. House of Lords and Scotland Yard, yeah, very important. But Ada does not understand. Tommy notes that Peaky Blinders are likely to have a second income and are fine until the stock market recovers. Polly says that Ada is on edge and she is pregnant, but Tommy is already aware and does not care who the father is. Tommy knows. Oh yeah, basically. And then in the House of Commons, Tommy gives a speech, learning to pay their own bills. House of Commons. It's an iconic scene also. Say Tommy, yeah, this scene is beautiful, beautifully shot, crazy. And then we get introduced to at the House of Commons. Tommy gives a speech about learning to pay their bills. And then Sir Oswald Mosley greets Tommy afterwards, stating that his constituency borders South Birmingham and the Shelbys have come to his attention. Not long after, oh yeah, he knows who the Shelbys are. Oh yeah, because Tommy did go into the politics side from last season. Now he's in the chairman. He's an MP, I think. Shelby, a MP, member of parliament, yes. Not long after, Tommy meets with the high-ranking government official that sanctioned the killings. Yep, the guy who meets. The man claims that he cannot pay Tommy the full £50,000 due to the stock collapse. Tommy is angered by this and demands the full payment on Monday, or he will release the documents that has been taken from the Chinatown raid when Thomas man killed the pimp and took all the documents from the place. Tommy says yes, he's trying to desperately hide. Yeah, Tommy has blackmails on the guy. The guy wasn't mad, but he was yelling, Shelby. And then Tommy meets with a reporter, Mr. Levitt from London Times. The reporter asks if Tommy remembers him from his time in Birmingham. Tommy admits that he does not. The reporter is confused and concerned how a man like Tommy has risen so far up the ranks from being a bookmaker. And then this offends Tommy, and he reveals that he diversified into gin products, orphanages, and import licenses. Before he was a bookmaker and bets on horse racing, which is I explained in the previous live streams. Then the man further questions the death of Inspector Campbell Yeah, is the returning name. Tommy reveals that he has some research done on Mr. Levitt and found out that he is unmarried, but he enjoys walking to the park with men, hinting that the man is perhaps homosexual. So I guess, wait, during season, wait, Peaky Blinders, wait, against homosexuality. So I guess he, yes, both legally and socially. Oh, shoot. Yup, it is. So that's why he's scared. He might get killed for being gay. So I guess Ada and Polly talk about the pregnancy, and then Polly expresses concern. Father will abandon the child, but they will have family to take care of the child. Ada mentions she tried to tell the father of her unborn child, Ben Younger, about the pregnancy, but she did not. But yeah, Ben Younger, the guy who arrested Ada, he's working under Tommy, technically. Oh yeah, no, it's the Ben Younger was an officer in the yeomanry who was fighting World War One, British Army, name of army, British Army, British Army, military details. Yep, so Ben Younger, who who reached Tommy because of the weapons, the military equipment being sent to other countries about, and this is like world during the war, I guess. The war is now season 5 is World War II happening. The blinders, the beginning UK. Also, World War is not yet. Never mind. But fighting some war. Ada worries about Tommy's opinion, but Polly says that Tommy already knows the pregnancy. And at the end of the episode, Mr. Levitt is shot to death by two members of the Billy Boys gang while in the lift in his apartment building. Oh yeah, Billy Boys. Even though Thomas told Alfie Solomons that he wouldn't look after Alfie's dog, Cyril following the letter's death in 19... Oh, at the end of the episode, that Thomas did in fact to the dog as his pet, thus keeping Alfie's request. Damn. So yeah, in the last episode, this episode marks Grace Shelby's first appearance. Is episode 3.5, albeit in vision form, in the House of Commons scene, but both Thomas Shelby and Oswald Mosley, who are Labour MPs, appear sitting in the opposition benches across from the government, which was led by Labour's Ramsay MacDonald at the time of Black Tuesday. No, I'm not God, you know. Charles Shelby. Oswald mostly held office in McDonald's government by sitting below the gangway opposing him. Yup. Damn. Labor's Johnny Dogs. Oh yeah, Mr. Levitt is shot to death. Soundtrack. Oh yeah, Tommy has a child, Charles. Now, Charles is. I like how they explore Tommy's and Charles' relationship, and Charles is worried about of Tommy's behaviors and stuff. Father and son. It's really beautiful. Charles knows how to stalk now, so it's good. Charles with the son of Grace. who is the dead wife of Tommy, rest in peace. And then Tommy Shelby second. Ruby Shelby, daughter, second wife Lizzie. Wait, season 5. Ruby Shelby. Oh, bro, he just got fucking spoiled, bro. But never mind. Oppenheimer. So we have Ruby and Charles. Charles is Lizzie's. Wait, Oppenheimer. Yeah, I didn't talk much about Oppenheimer. Let's talk a bit. Oppenheimer V. V3. Oh, yep. A lot of shit happens. Not distributed by Warner Brothers. It's Memento. So the simultaneous theatrical, and HBO Max release schedule. Oh, bro. 13 awards. While the film is shown in a non-linear narrative that follows the chronological order of events. Oppenheimer film summary. So I'm gonna do summary because the movie, well, not Ultraman, but the movie is crazy, man. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer is an epic biographical thriller following J. Robert Oppenheimer, the physicist who led the Manhattan Project to build the atomic bomb. It details his rise to scientific renown and his Trinity test, and the eventual political ruin during a 1954 security hearing orchestrated by Louis Strauss, fueled by past left-wing associations and personal grudge held by Atomic Energy Commission member Louis Strauss. Oppenheimer faces a biased closed-door security clearance hearing. Yeah, there's no records. It was not a full trial, but security clearance is invoked, effectively silencing him from national nuclear policy. Strauss' political ambitions are later derailed during his own Senate confirmation when colleagues exposed his malicious role in Oppenheimer's downfall. Yeah, General Leslie Groves recruits Oppenheimer to the secret Los Alamos laboratory in New Mexico during World War II. Team successfully detonates the first nuclear weapon on July 16, 1945, bringing a swift end to the war but plunging Oppenheimer into deep moral crisis. Damn. Oppenheimer studies quantum physics in Europe. Yeah, this movie is insane, man. The traffic down of the nuclear age. Yeah, so Strauss, when Heimer passed. So actually earlier on, he thought that Jean Tetlock thought that Oppenheimer and where is he? Albert Einstein were talking about him. But actually, at the end of the movie, the plot twist is that Robert and Albert were talking about the nuclear age. And because he accused Robert of taking scientists away because he's a scientist, so he can manipulate scientists and all that. So he thought that he manipulated Albert into not talking with Tadlock and something about his job and all that. So humiliated him and poisoned Einstein's opinion of him during that leg tie. Entire political vendetta in the Marches 1954 clearance. Petty, ego-driven revenge story. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The real plot twist is insane. Bro, it's not that serious, bro. Gene. Anyways, oh yeah, Rami Malek, David Bill, Jason Clark, Roger Robb. Amazing cast, man. Amazing cast. I guess this cast works. Jack Quaid. This cast works compared to Odyssey. This one is better, I guess. Cast works better. I can hear some like problems with the audio and mixing and all that, and people complaining about that. Nolan's films, especially Odyssey, where people the audio is mixed, the audio and the music is so loud that you can't even hear the character speaking. So I guess it's a problem, but it is what it is. But that's all from me, guys. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye, guys. So for me, peak movie, peak episode of Peaky Blinders, season 5, man. Political stuff.